Virat Kohli's announcement that he is stepping away from Test cricket has sent shockwaves through the Indian cricketing world. Kohli's exit from the red ball format marks the end of an era defined by intensity and excellence. For a decade, Kohli was the heartbeat of a side that learned to dominate in Test cricket. To understand the impact of this decision and what it means for Indian Test team going forward, we have MSK Prasad, former Chief Selector of India with years of close observation and decision making behind the scenes. Mr. Prasad offers a rare insider's view of Kohli's influence and what lies ahead for the team. Mr. Prasad, thank you so much for giving us the time. I want to start off by asking you. You were the chief selector during India's historic Test series win in Australia in 2018. How pivotal was Virat Kohli's leadership and presence in shaping that achievement?
It was a 71 years of dream of Indian cricket to win a series in Australia. That happened in 2018-19 under the great leadership of Virat Kohli. I can, I can quote so many times this, that he is the one who was instrumental in taking Indian cricket test team to a greatest heights. So we might have not won in South Africa, we might have not won in Australia, in England, but we came very, very close to winning those two series. But the experiences that we had in those two series helped a lot in winning this series in Australia. I think the entire credit should definitely go, maybe to an extent, to the selectors, but it's all about the captain who took all the entire onus on himself to win the series there. And it was a dream come true for Indian cricket. Very, very unfortunate that a man who has given so much for Indian cricket test team, who has given so much of happiness and joy, who has made us to sit 5 days and sit and watch a test match, has retired from test cricket today. Very, very sad.
I think you put it perfectly when you said that he made us sit and watch Test cricket for 5 days. He made an entire generation fall back in love with Test cricket. And, Mr. Prasad, having watched Virat closely during your tenure, what qualities made him a defining figure in Indian Test cricket? Tell me about that.
See, I would definitely put it up that something like T20 cricket is ODI cricket is as a different ball game altogether compared to Test cricket. People are glued to the TVs to watch the glamour of white ball cricket. But a time where slowly the game is shifting from Test cricket to T20 cricket, it was Virat Kohli. It is surely Virat Kohli and his energy from ball one to the last ball of the Test match, which kept people glued to the Test cricket. Otherwise, there was a time where Test cricket would have been reduced from 5 days to 4 days. It was he who campaigned for Test cricket that to maintain. I mean, he was the one who stood firm behind this. He is advocated so firmly that Test cricket should we should not tamper with Test cricket, and that is the actual fundamental cricket, and that the what do you say, the history of the Test cricket should the flavor of the Test cricket should never be tampered. So it was he who, even you or all of us know that the Test matches are being over in 3 days or 2 days or 4 days. So they wanted to shift it to 4 day Test match. They wanted to make it a different. They really wanted to tamper the rules also. But it was Virat Kohli who stood firm, who made his point very clear to ICC and BCCA that Test cricket should not be tampered, and a lot of credit should go to him. A man who advocated for Test cricket retires from Test cricket is a sad day for me, for everyone.
Mr. Prasad, I'm dying to know about any personal anecdotes or behind the scenes with Kohli that stand out to you. I would love to know a few anecdotes.
Kagi, actually, I think 2016 ending, we were sitting in Chennai. So we were planning for 2017 and 2018. How do we approach towards that Australia series to start up with a test series in South Africa, followed by a series in England. Can you believe, I never saw Virat Kohli sitting in a meetings for so long. But it was Ravi and Virat who sat for hours and hours in that Chennai, I still remember, and they made it very clear that how much desperate that they want to win these three series. If you see, the South Africa series was very much in our hand. We lost it by a whisker. England, we did extremely well. We all, especially Shami and Co, fought really hard. Unfortunately, we didn't win that series. But it was the Australia series which he was so desperate, so desperate. Can you believe? I'll tell you one thing. The trainer Shankar Basu, with whom he works, he was saying, I don't want to waste my time in wait. So he was so charged up, so keyed up that he was asking about weights during the journey to Australia, man. So where do I do my fitness? Where do I do my weights? He was so keen. So he was so pumped up to win that series. So I think even while selecting the series also, the amount of effort, because he rarely sits for a long time in selection committee meetings. He was very, very clear that, Anna, whether we win or lose, I want five quality bowlers. I want I want to ensure that the remaining thing, just leave it to us, the batting. I want five quality bowlers to win the test series. So it was he who advocated that theory of five bowler theory in away series, because you remember, under many captains we only played four bowlers,
Right.
and an all-rounder who can chip in a few overs here and there. But it was he who brought. So I still remember in that Chennai Test match where we sat for so many hours and prepared a long chat for the next one and a half year. That's how we went on to win the Australia series.
Great. That's an incredible story. But we've talked about the past, but now India suddenly has a gap at number 4 in the batting lineup. What do you think are the realistic? Who do you think are the realistic contenders to step into that role?
It's very tough because it's a big shoes to fill.
Big
Uh,
task.
yeah, it is a very, very tough ask because uh, I don't know whether first of all we were prepared for that replacement. I don't think mentally the selectors or the team management was prepared for this number 4 slot. You have tried Rajat Patidar, you have tried Sarfraz Khan or a Shreyas Iyer, but are they ready for England series? Is my question. And yeah, see, from among the available resources, this is exactly what we have. Or we can do one more thing. If we can bring in Sai Sudarshan, play him along with Yashasvi Jaiswal, and play KL Rahul at number 4. I don't know whether that is possible, but the only person who can fill in the shoe of Virat Kohli right now is KL Rahul. He's a successful cricketer in Sena countries, and he can bat at any position, which he has proved.
Absolutely. And when a Virat Kohli like player exits a format or exits a dressing room, there is obviously also a void in the leadership arena. Now, how do selectors adapt and recalibrate plans after an announcement like this?
Anyway, he's not part of the leadership, so he's just he's not the captaincy. So on that front, I don't think so. It will make a much difference
But he
because
will miss out on the experience part.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. How can you 9,000 plus runs for almost close to 15 years of Test cricket? It's way, the void that will be left will be very difficult to be filled for quite some time. But that's how the nature of the game goes. That's how the nature of the life goes. The only thing that ever that constantly remains is a change. So very difficult to accept this, but I mean, we need to move on. If Virat, who scored 9,000 plus runs, has decided to hang his boots in Test cricket.
Absolutely. And final question, the next test captain. What qualities should selectors prioritize?
I feel that he should have the command. First of all, he should have the respect, and he should have the experience of performing under different conditions, not just home, even away. I would prefer such people as the captain. Uh, that's what I feel. I think
Any
he
names that pop up in your head?
two people that see people are pitching in for Shubman Gill. It's
Mhm.
wonderful thought. We know that he's the leader and he's the one who will play all three formats. But right now, I personally feel that someone like Jasprit Bumrah or a KL Rahul would be a better choice as a captain because they are, I mean, they are little matured heads, and and we are going through a little transition period. To see this transition period through successfully, I feel that you need some matured heads like both of them, and you can always have Shubman Gill as their deputy. And as and when, I mean, if someone like Bumrah is given the mantles, if he's not playing a match here and there, then Shubman will definitely step in and he will replace him for that particular match. So slowly he will be groomed along the lines, and then maybe by the next by the end of this cycle, he will be absolutely ready to take on the mantles.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Prasad. This was a lovely conversation. Love those personal little anecdotes there. And thank you so much for giving your time.
Yeah, it's a great pleasure. I know there's no words to talk about Virat Kohli because I'm though I was a selector, I'm also a big admirer of Virat Kohli um, because of because of his sheer commitment and dedication, and more importantly, among the three formats, he loves Test cricket so much. And Virat quitting a Test cricket is very difficult to digest and accept.
It is for all of us.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.